All right, chat, we're here. Had to reboot my computer real quick, but we got everything. I think we're good. You Fresh C, thank you for the follow. You didn't even follow the Twitch chat. I mean, come on. Chat, we here. You didn't leave me. Real milker hours. There's a lot of milk emotes in the chat. All right. Well, we back. We're gonna take another look at this quick roster. See who's in our main event. Yeah, Leo Kai. It's 1997. We are here. Yeah, when I changed it, Streamlabs wouldn't open up again. And it said that like all the new followers were from 24 years ago. Kind of funny. All right. So, faces, our main event faces are Lex Luger, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Sting, and the Giant. And then the only main event heel that we have is Hulk Hogan. Upper mid card, we've got Arn Anderson. Do display capture instead of window capture. All right. Then you'll be able to see like Streamlabs and all that. See? Yeah, that ain't it. It's got to be something else. That's gonna look trash. Yes, we are back. Looking for a game to capture. Oh, that's lame that I can't just straight up. All right, move that. Ric Flair versus Lex Luger. We'll see about that one, partner. All right, well, I'm trying to play around with Streamlabs, but for now, y'all might just not see the list. I don't know. All right. So like I said, in the upper mid card, we got Arn Anderson, Jim Duggan, the Steiner brothers, and then for the heels, it's just Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. They got a lot more faces than heels in WCW in general. For the mid card, the faces are Brian Knobbs and Jerry Saggs. So we got the Nasty Boys, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Diamond Dallas Page, Conan, Mongo, the Booty Man, and the Renegade. And then as a tweener, it says Jeff Jarrett. And then the heels are Big Bubba, Kevin Sullivan, Lord Steven Regal, Squire David Taylor, and Six. And then for the lower mid card, there's a lot of people here. For the faces, Alex Wright, Booker T, Disco Inferno, Eddie Guerrero, Glacier, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Johnny Grunge, Medusa, Rocco Rock, Scotty Riggs, Stevie Ray. And then the heels are Bobby Eaton, Buff Bagwell, Carl Lule, Dean Malenko, Jacques Rougeau, Masahiro Chono, Michael Wall Street, Scott Norton, and Vincent. And then openers, there's a lot of people. I'll just name I guess I'll name them all for this. Ace Darling, Billy Kidman, Brad Armstrong, Chavo Guerrero Jr., Craig Pittman, Hugh Morris, John Tenta, Kenny Chaos, Mang, Rey Mysterio Jr., Robbie Rage, Scott Armstrong, Steve Armstrong, The Barbarian. The tweeners are Joe Gomez, Juventud Guerrera, La Parca, Psychosis, Super Calo. Then the heels are Bunkhouse Buck, Devin Storm, Dirty Dick Slater, Hard Work Bobby Walker, Jim Powers, Mark Starr, Mike Enos, Ron Fuller, Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker, and Ultimo Dragon. And then jobbers are David Flair, Prince Iakea, C.W. Anderson, and Horace Hogan. C.W. Anderson right where he belongs. There's a lot of managers. Deborah McMichael, Miss Elizabeth, Jimmy Hart, Kimberly, Sister Sherry, Woman, Colonel Robert Parker, Eric Bischoff, Sonny Ono, and Ted DiBiase. And then the only non-wrestler is Larry Zbyszko. All right, is anybody working on an open contract? For some reason, just Buddy Lee Parker. All right, now our champions. The Cruiserweight champion is Ultimo Dragon. That seems about right. The tag team champions are Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, so the outsiders have the tag belts. The TV champion is Lord Steven Regal. The US champion is Eddie Guerrero. And then the world champion is Hollywood Hulk Hogan. All right. Okay, so I think we're pretty set up. I think we're in pretty decent shape for this. We have on staff Billy Silverman, Bobby Heenan as an announcer. Billy Silverman's a referee. Charles Robinson, Little Nate is a ref. Mean Gene, Mark Johnson, Mike Tenay, Nick Patrick, Randy Anderson, and Tony Schiavone. Damn, EWR is bugging right now. All right. EWR is having a hard time with this stream right now. Let me try something. Interesting that it's struggling so heavily right now. Let me quit real quick and then reload the game. All right. So it's a Wednesday. What shows? Gotta make sure our shows and pay-per-views are set for the right days. TV shows, we've got Nitro on Mondays. We got Saturday night, and then the main event is on Sunday. Which means we still have our pay-per-views on Sundays? Okay, yeah. All right. So we got Sold Out on January 26th, Super Brawl 7 on February 16th, Uncensored on March 16th, Spring Stampede on April 13th, Slamboree on May 18th, Great American Bash on June 15th, Bash at the Beach on July 13th, Road Wild on August 31st, Fall Brawl on September 28th, Halloween Havoc on October 12th, which doesn't make any sense. You know what, actually, I'm going to put these all on their right dates. I'm going to hit up Google real quick. we are not slandering the good name of WCW Hog Wild right now. All right. Oh, Sold Out was on a Saturday. So we're gonna put that on Saturday, January 25th. Super Bowl is on the 23rd of February. I know you guys can't see this. I will have this figured out by the next time I stream. March 16th, that's the correct date for Uncensored. Spring Stampede was April 6th. May 18th. June 15th is right for the Great American Bash. July 13th is right for Bash at the Beach. Road Wild was August 9th. Another Saturday pay-per-view for some reason. Probably for Sturgis or whatever. September 14th for Fall Brawl. Halloween Havoc on October 26th. That makes a lot more sense. World War III was November 23rd. And then Starrcade, December 28th. Yeah. But alright. Man, it's acting so weird. I don't know why it's doing this. But alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. We pop the chat box out. Gotta remember how to do that. The July pay-per-view was the July pay-per-view was it was July 13th. That's when Bash at the Beach was. Maybe it won't do this if I don't do window capture. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to display capture. Okay. I have it capture the cursor too. All right. So I think I'm gonna have to use my phone to follow the chat, but whatever. I'll work out the technicals of this stream at a later date. All right. So can you all see everything? I mean, including my Yu Yu Hakusho background. Leo Kai, thank you. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next day. I think we got everything set. Yeah, I know it's tiny, but I can't really... Not much else I can do here. It won't let me... Effects on display capture and then pad crop. Transform. What do you mean, is it like transform? Crop. Okay. Oh, filters, not effects. Filters. Crop pad. I can't really tell how much I'm supposed to. Yeah. And then what's like from where? Left, right, left, top, right, bottom? Start with left. Okay. Bring that way up. Then do I do the same with the right? Yeah, I don't have the EWR window up. Let me see. All right, y'all. Sorry. Sorry that this is taking up time.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you're just gonna want to keep moving your left up, probably to like 200 maybe.
Just the left?
Do your left first. Left is always the best way to start. It's a little difficult whenever you don't have two monitors to like get it down right, but like it'll make sense in a second.
Yeah.
So, maybe move your left up to like 500. It's always better to go higher than lower. Because you can always go lower after you see. Okay, now pull you up your EWR. All right, you're starting to get there. So move your left up to about, I'd say probably like 650. Try 650, and if that doesn't fit, move it down.
Okay, it's yeah.
Okay, so you want to move it down a little bit. So probably go down to like 620, maybe. It's basically just fiddling with it. I've had to do this shit for so long with TW and EWR.
Yeah, it sucks that I have to do it on stream.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Probably like 580. Almost, yeah.
And then you just do the same exact thing for your top, and then your right, and then your bottom. Just make sure whatever you do after you set these numbers, do not move the EWR window at all. Because
Okay.
obviously you're it off of your window. And once you get this crop done, all you have to do is click done, and then you're able to just resize the display capture in OBS, and you can make it full screen. So
Okay.
everybody can reach it. Yeah, EWR and TW is really difficult to stream because of that.
Yeah, I didn't know. Be all this,
Yeah, it's really annoying.
all this trouble. All right. Okay, gotta crop
Your
this
right
to like.
probably gonna be like 300. Is what it looks like. If I had to guess.
Yeah. Chat. Hang in there.
Yeah, it's so dumb, chat. To like, it's so dumb when doing EWR streams. It's so difficult to get stuff properly set up because, like, you would think that you would just, window capture, but no.
No, because there's extra windows.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Actually, about 500.
I think it wasn't made with Java, which is the issue.
Ah,
It's probably gonna be like 550.
550 might be a little too much. No, it's about perfect. Like 555. Boom. All right, and then top needs to come down a little bit.
Yeah, I always make it to where the blue/purple, whatever color it is, starts instead of doing the EWR bar at the top. Oh, you're good.
All right.
And then just move your bottom to match the bottom of the window.
Yeah.
Definitely screenshot those numbers and keep them somewhere just in case for like later streams.
All right, you can see around it like a tiny bit, but we might have to live with that.
Yeah, because at that point you're just doing like little numbers just to get everything just right. So. And then once you get that done, in your OBS you can just transform and then stretch to fit or whatever the fuck it's called. After you get your filter
Okay, I gotta turn this down a little bit. All right, chat. Now I'm gonna. I hate this thing. Okay. Think should be about good here once I open up EWR and you don't have to see me a bunch of times. And then I have to bring the display capture down to the bottom. All right. I close this. I open EWR.
There you go.
And how's that look? All right. Didn't mean to click out of EWR. Okay. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that looks a lot better now.
All right, chat. we've been through a lot. Let's go to the next day. See if we got an email. Okay. Oh, sponsors. Forgot. All right. WWE fired a bunch of people. That's gonna come in handy.
They fired Matt Hardy?
They fired Joe E. Legend, which is just Joe. They fired Prince Albert. They fired Gangrel. They fired K-Crush. I didn't even know they had K-Crush under contract in '97. They fired Aaron O'Grady, which is Crash Holly.
Yeah, that's Crash Holly.
That's Crash Holly. If you know me, you know they fucked up when they fired Andrew Martin. Quiz might be coming to WCW. They fired Mosh. They fired Matt Hardy. They fired Vic Grimes. They fired Thrasher. They fired Jeff Hardy. They fired both Hardy Boys. I love EWR. They signed Jesse the Body Ventura as a staff member. They fired Jack Doan. They signed Layla Purple. I don't know who that is. They've signed Stone Vaughn. They fired Andy Peel. And they signed Killer Kowalski. And Les Thatcher. And then they got sponsored by Caesar's Palace, Radio Shack, The Observer, and Viacom. All right, we got to get sponsors first. We're WCW, so we need big money sponsors. Sponsors is under. Is that under?
And then
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Yeah. All right, sponsors. We have the power plant by now, right? No? Okay, we have the power plant. Who's the trainer? We don't have a head trainer? Okay, we'll work on that next. All right, sponsors. We're WCW, so like big money. Wendy's, Walmart, The Torch, Taco Bell, Subway, Stacker 2. Seeing Stacker 2 ads on WCW would just feel wrong. That's WWF shit right there. Sports Illustrated, Slim Jim, Sega. We could do Sega for J Rose. Playboy. ECW is sponsored by Playboy. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Pizza, which is unfortunately not Little Caesars. Pepsi, Nintendo, Molson, McDonald's, R2SSBM. Thank you for the follow. Marvel Comics is sponsoring ECW. That kind of rules. M&M, Lugs, Little Caesars, Kentucky Fried Chicken, or Kentucky Fried Chick in EWR. Gatorade, Ford, Electric EA, Edge of Survival, Dodge, Caesar's Palace, which is WWF, Castrol GTX, Burger King, Budweiser, Blockbuster, AOL, and 1-800-COLLECT.
You gotta stay away from America Online.
In '97, though, business was booming. All right. Are we playing this real or are we doing bits? Because if we're doing bits, Little Caesars is sponsoring WCW, and there's no two ways about it.
I mean, Little Caesar sponsored WCW IRL too, right?
I believe so. So yeah, probably not the main sponsor. The Fleshlight ad buy with you're into like 2010s technology right there, Henry. And what business was not booming in that industry in 1997?
crazy.
Little Caesars gonna get a minor sponsorship. They accept the deal, of course they do. Let's see. Nintendo sponsorship, kind of crazy. Imagine the crossovers. Maybe we could stop No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000 from coming out on the N64. Make them come out on the Sega Saturn or something. I think EA.
Challenge everything.
EA Sports. Big. And then the WCW game that was supposed to be Def Jam would actually come out. Buff Bagwell drives the forklift in Mario Kart? Alright, you sold me. Nintendo it is. Nintendo it is. Main sponsor. We're in there. We got an 8-month sponsorship contract with Nintendo. Oh, I was going to say Radio Shack because they were kind of going crazy in 97, but WWF got there first. Let's see. What's a WCW ass sponsor? KFC? I feel like being sponsored by fried chicken and pizza is very WCW. That hits the heart of their southern target audience. Blockbuster. 97, they were running the game. Henry, I'm sorry, Arby's is not available. Otherwise, you know I would put Tony Schiavone in the Arby's hat every week. We're gonna do Gatorade because we're gonna have the announcers shamelessly plug Gatorade at like every, like, you know how like sports press conferences there's always like 50 Gatorades laid out and they never touch any of them. It's gonna be just like that every week. And then Playboy's taken, Radio Shack's taken. We gotta hit WWF where it hurts. So like Castrol DTX, Lugs, Stacker 2, these are like, or we could do Slim Jim because that's, but Slim Jim didn't sponsor WCW. They only sponsored Macho Man. Packing Thunder with ads to rent the pay-per-views at Blockbuster. You got a good point. You go into Blockbuster and they got WCW cardboard cutouts all over the store. Yeah, I think we're going Blockbuster. All right. Nintendo, Little Caesars, Gatorade, Blockbuster. That's who we ride for now. We make a lot of money. Owned by Ted Turner. Any new mail? Blockbuster, Gatorade, Nintendo, Little Caesars. Alright. Now, as we look at our roster, there's a lot of people we could get rid of. Obviously not the Booty Man, though. We're keeping the Booty Man. I don't know how much money it would cost us to lose some of the dead weight on this roster, but like, I mean, we're WCW. It doesn't really do us any harm to keep these bums around. Like, we can afford them. I think we'll stick with them from now, but if we, as we look at the list of other workers available, it kind of seems too easy, but like, why wouldn't we just scoop the Hardy Boys since they just got fired, right?
I mean, it's 97. It's not like you're signing big name stars, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like we got to get the Hardy Boys. That's just too easy. I would argue they would have been even more over in WCW.
In 97?
No, I mean like in WCW, like
period?
they are Southern as hell, for being real. With the accents, I don't know. I think they would have went crazy in WCW. All right, we're gonna contract negotiations. 44,000. Yeah. All right, we got Jeff for like no money at all. Oh, this says Goldberg as a free agent. And this counts Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. I think pretty much like everyone that's in ECW is on an open contract. Except for like the big stars.
You know what you must do.
Alright. We don't want to just like, you know, that's almost cheating to just like get all the best people.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Just think about it though. You're Eric Bischoff. What would Eric Bischoff do?
He would swipe everyone from ECW.
There you go.
But this is about what the chat wants to do. I could get to Jerry though. All right, we'll get to that when we get to that. We have a lot of people right now.
That just made a point.
That is a strong point from Phoenix Nitro in the chat. All right. So as we look at our roster here, only one heel main eventer. Only Hogan.
That's crazy.
Only 2 heel upper mid carders, Nash and Hall. I think we gotta turn one of these guys heel. One of these face main eventers has to turn heel within like a month. Like we gotta get that done quick. So chat, if you looked at this list, which one of them should turn heel?
I think my vote would be Savage.
I was thinking Savage or Ric Flair.
I think the only thing that like held me off from saying Flair is like, with the NWO running so strong, do you really want to turn someone that's leading the Horsemen?
Ric Flair joins the NWO.
That'd be kind of crazy.
We can do whatever we want here. We can do whatever we want here.
White robe?
Ric Flair turns on the Horsemen to join the NWO. Leo Kai says Lex Luger. The problem with Lex turning heel is who the fuck is he gonna wrestle? You're gonna do Lex Luger against like Ric Flair? It's kind of. Someone in here really did want that feud though, so we'll see. We'll see where it takes us. Piper could turn heel, but I think we're at the tail end of anybody giving a shit about Piper. I don't really have much plan for 1997 Roddy Piper. Same with Jim Duggan. Yeah. You think Flair would be Wolfpack? That'd go crazy too. Chance, stop using that emote, please. But you're not that late because we had a million technical difficulties. But now we're into it. We're into it now. Yeah, okay. One of these main eventers we have to plan on turning heel within like the first month. I think we narrowed it down to Randy Savage or Ric Flair. I don't believe I can run a poll. Can I? I don't think I'm affiliate.
No.
Yeah. So chat, we're just gonna need takes. We're gonna need Ric Flair or Macho Man to turn heel. Whoever it is, they're gonna join NWO. We're not gonna kill the NWO versus WCW storyline. So if you turn heel, you're pretty. If you're at the top of the card and you turn heel, you're joining the NWO. To a certain extent. We don't want to make the
Giant join as well.
That's true. Could do the Giant. Savage. Leo Kai says Randy Savage. I mean, I love Macho Madness. We can do Macho Madness. That's no problem for me. All right. If nobody else on the chat feels away, we're gonna plan on Macho Man being the heel turn. So, so I gotta go to Randy Savage and I gotta set him to turn soon. Prepare to turn Randy Savage heel. See what he thinks about that. Nothing. All right. Jeff Hardy was geeked that we hired Matt Hardy. All right, so Macho Man's gonna turn heel. We probably need one other heel because if you look at this, actually we just gotta start moving people up the card really, because there's a lot of talent under the lower mid card like Alex Wright, Booker T, Eddie, Public Enemy, Stevie Ray.
Is Jericho with the company yet?
Yes, he's in mid card.
Gotcha.
So in mid card, Benoit, Jericho, DDP, Conan, Mongo, the Booty Man, Double J, Six, Regal. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of talent, good talent you can push up the card.
Gotta start sliding these guys up the card, and then we can like ease out. Like this is around the end of Arn Anderson's career. Duggan, I don't really have anything planned for.
Yeah, you could probably use Anderson and Duggan to make somebody from the mid card.
Yeah. I don't really want to. Someone can beat Piper. Does Piper have creative control? I hope not.
Shit, that's a good point.
I hope not.
If he doesn't, JEFF over PIPER.
Someone's gonna beat Piper, and Jeff Jarrett might be the move.
I'm saying.
Okay, Hogan's got creative control. Piper does not. So yeah, he's putting Jeff Jarrett over on the way out. All right, should we just set that feud right now? Piper and
go ahead.
Piper and Jeff Jarrett. We're gonna have Piper on TV for a month. He's gonna lose to Jeff Jarrett, and then his ass is out of here. All right.
You should maybe even make Jarrett full heel, just to have, because I mean you could easily get him up to main eventer by then, because you could probably feed Jarrett Duggan on the way up there too, because I mean I'm sure you're not doing shit with Duggan.
I have no plans for Jim Duggan at all. Okay, so this will be a minor feud. To Roddy Piper, Double J. Jeff Jarrett will. He's in the Horsemen. Oh, I didn't look at factions. Did I? I didn't look at stables. So there's the NWO, which already has this many people. Big Bubba, Buff Bagwell, Miss Elizabeth, Eric Bischoff, Hollywood Hogan, Kevin Nash, Masahiro Chono, Michael Wall Street, Scott Hall, Scott Norton, Six, Ted DiBiase, and Vincent. I am not using all these people. Maybe on like Saturday night in main event, but I'm like Vincent, Big Bubba. Big Bubba's cool. That's Boss Man. He's good.
It is
Horseman
insane that was on that roster.
Yeah, Horseman is Double A, Benoit, Flair, and Mongo right now. So Jarrett is not even considered in the Horseman yet. So that's good because I'm not doing that. Does not belong in the Horseman. Jeff Jarrett's actually going to turn heel. Do I have to prepare him? If he's tweener, do I have to prepare him to turn heel?
I'm not sure.
Give Vincent the title? All right, we're off the rails already.
You know there's definitely a Piper's Pit segment in the works where fucking Jarrett used the guitar instead of a coconut, and that's how he gets the guitar.
It's the first time Jarrett's gonna use the guitar because he wasn't guitaring people in WCW yet. All right.
What was he doing at this point in WCW?
He looked like his country singer gimmick, but he wasn't really a country singer. He was just second generation wrestler, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame. This is probably the least cool Jeff Jarrett ever was. So we're going to fix that. And he does have Deborah as his manager already. But she's still married to Mongo. Alright. So we got one feud. We got to look at our titles. We need a feud for Hogan. For our first pay-per-view, which we have like 4 weeks to build to. Too early to do Sting.
Honestly, I would say the Luger or Savage. Now I know you're returning Savage, but you could maybe even work that in at the turn. If you can't beat him.
Ben Cook, yeah. At first when you said that, I was like, what are you talking about? And then I thought about it. That kind of goes crazy.
That is kind of, yeah.
Jeff Jarrett with the Hardys as like his cronies?
That is kind of crazy.
That's kind of hard, actually. Like early Hardy Boys, like Jeff's still blonde. It kind of works. I kind of like that. You did something there. We do have Meng, Leo Kai. Meng is available. Yeah, I think the main event of the pay-per-view should be where Savage turns heel, though. Like, he cost someone the match for Hogan. So I think that could be a good spot for Lex Luger. Because I'm definitely not going to have him win the belt. So yeah, for like a month, we can do Hogan and Lex Luger. This first month might not be, you know, like peak of what we're capable of, but we're setting up for the future, you know? And Hogan and Luger has a lot of heat from the jump. 84 without any segments is pretty good. And that's just going to be a 1 monther. I think most of these probably will be. Alright, Hall and Nash are the tag champions. Really, the only team they can feud with is the Steiners. I don't even know what other teams we have. We got American Males, which are going to break up. Canadian Violence, that's not a real tag. Oh, active teams only? Okay. They didn't team until like 2001. We got Harlem Heat. High Voltage. Los Guerreros. Public Enemy. Armstrongs, Blue Bloods, Faces of Fear, the Hardys, the Nasty Boys, and the Steiner Bros. So we can do the Steiners or we can do Harlem Heat against Hall and Nash. Booker and Stevie are still considered lower mid-carders, but they might be over enough to move them up. 68 over? Yeah, Booker and Stevie are gonna move up the card right away. We don't even have to build up to that. They're too over. Alright. Chat, what do we think? We think Harlem Heat versus the Outsiders, or are we gonna go with Steiner Bros?
What were your tag teams again?
All our tag teams are American Males, who I think I'm gonna break up. It says Benoit and Jericho are a tag team, but they're really not. High Voltage, Los Guerreros, Public Enemy, the Armstrongs, the Blue Bloods, Faces of Fear, Hardys, Nasty Boys, and the Steiner Brothers.
I know, in no world should it be on pay-per-view, but goddamn, does my body not say Public Enemy?
Public Enemy, that's crazy, but I don't think they got the build yet.
I don't either, especially whenever you're running Hogan and Luger.
Yeah.
It's just kind of crazy that Public Enemy's here. I forgot about this.
Maybe the tag titles don't have to be on this card. Maybe for the first pay-per-view we can do like Harlem Heat against someone they can have a good match with. Actually, I think Harlem Heat and the Outsiders could have a good match because Scott Hall can wrestle his ass off. Scott Hall and Booker T is a crazy match, so that might work. We think Harlem Heat and the Outsiders?
Yeah.
Alright.
Go ahead and do it to him.
Major feud? I feel like because it's for the belts, it should be a major feud. And they got Sherry. Yeah. This is good. This works. $65 heat. That's not bad. We're building a foundation. I know Nash and Scott Hall. I should check this. I should check everyone that has creative control, so I don't get blindsided. I'm not even sure who would have it. Bischoff, Hogan, Kevin Nash. Scott Hall. Six has creative control? Alright, so it's really just the NWO. And I will say, when we sign new contracts, we will not be giving creative control. I'm not doing that shit. Okay. So Hogan's got creative control. Hall and Nash have creative control. Six has creative control. 3 of those people have belts, which might be a problem in the future, but we'll see. All right, should get a feud going for the US title, which Eddie Guerrero has. So if we want a match on the card that's just like a good ass match, this is probably where we pull that off. And it's got Eddie as a lower mid carder too. He's definitely 2 over. Yeah, he's like a 61. He can move up to the mid card. I bet Jericho can too. Yeah. Or actually, no. I accidentally moved Jericho up to the upper mid card. He was already at regular mid card. Pop him back down. He might get a little upset, but my fault. Who else in lower mid card can get moved up? Probably Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko's probably too good to be lower mid card. Yeah. Alright, so we need a feud for Eddie Guerrero for the US title. He's got the belt. He's a face. The mid card heels are Big Bubba, Dean Malenko, Steven Regal, David Taylor, and Six. Six has creative control, so I don't really want to put him in this match because I don't want Eddie to lose, I think. And Six could use creative control to win the match at the last minute, or like just fuck the show up. So I think out of all these, because I think Regal has a singles belt, I think he might be the TV champion. Yeah. Yeah, Regal would be crazy, but Regal has a belt right now. So I feel like we have to do Malenko. And like, who's gonna argue against Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko? It's probably a minor feud. It's just US title. So Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko. Light work. Already a lot of heat for that too. It's crazy. I think 4 feuds for now. We can build more as we go, but that's just stuff that we know is gonna happen at the first pay-per-view. So, all right, next day. Any mail? Oh, WWF cut more people. Oh my God, WWF fired Adam Copeland. WWF fired D'Lo Brown. WWF fired Mark Henry, Steve Bradley, Scott Borders, Tiger Ali Singh, Steve Blackman, Sean Stasiak, Christian Cage.
Well, you know the next tag team.
Brian Christopher and Scott Too Hot Taylor. All right. So I can sign Edge. Actually, I could sign the whole Brood right now if I wanted to. They're all available. I'm about to have a lot of people under contract. Who can I fire like consequence free? Does it hurt to fire the Renegade? I want to. 4 months at $50,000 a month. Oh, it's gonna cost a lot of money to terminate. Damn, the Renegade doesn't want to leave. Okay, well, fuck you. We're gonna have to cut down the. Actually, we'll just let contracts run out and not re-up. We're WCW. We have the money to let contracts burn. All right, so we're gonna make some signings. Now, I don't just want to pick up everyone that WWF cuts. That's a Canyon. We don't have Mortis. I didn't even realize we don't have Mortis. I might have to snag Mortis. Yeah, I gotta hire Canyon. That's a no-brainer. That's an absolute no-brainer. Should we sign the whole Brood, chat? We're thinking WCW Brood. We're at least gonna sign Edge and Christian. We'll see what happens with Gangrel. All right. Actually, it looks like the chat wants the whole Brood. So We're gonna do it. Abdullah, the vamps are outside. Plug your video right now. There's never been a better time.
Imagine Vampiro in the Brood.
We are shoe to shoe on this one. That's exactly where my brain was. Vampiro instead of Gangrel? I don't think Vampiro's available. Oh, he is. Vampiro instead of Gangrel?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Edge and Christian wearing Misfits face paint? Edge is geek that we hired Christian. All right, we're changing their names right away. I know this is definitely cheating, but this is Edge and Christian. Maybe in the future we can.
You could get Gangrel just to have someone lose and all of the shit with the when you need the.
No. The Brood is 3 people. The Brood is 4 people in the Brood. I don't know why. That just feels wrong. That just feels incorrect. And then Edge's gimmick is, of course, going to be Vampire.
The freaks come out. Nah.
Actually, Edge wasn't really a vampire. That's the thing. He was just hanging out with vampires. Gangrel and ICP? That does go crazy. I love the name Christian Cage, but you can't have 2 names and be in the Brood. You can't be a vampire with a first and last name, you know? Christian, also a vampire. And then you already know Vampiro. I like how his gimmick isn't already vampire, even though his name is Vampiro. Alright, let's see how they feel about that. Our product isn't risky enough to do the vampire gimmick justice, apparently.
You better up your product.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Alright, we're gonna move to the next day. We did some good work. More firings. Some crazy ones, actually. Alex Porto, The Goon, Brooklyn Brawler, TL Hopper, Barry Horowitz, Freddie Joe Floyd, Curtis Hughes. Mr. Hughes might be useful in the future. Dr. X, Phineas Godwin, Sable, and Wolfie D. They only fired one of the Godwins. Kind of crazy. I could get Sable, but for what, you know? Don't need Sable. Alright, Saturday. This will be our first show. It's going to be Saturday night. So the idea with Saturday night, it's only 8 segments. They always do this at the start of a save, Leo Kai. They probably have like 1 million people on their roster. And they need to save money, especially WCW 97 in this save. They probably have to cut money. Yeah. Alright, so let's book our first show. We got 8 segments. It's Saturday night, so if we're gonna build feuds, it'll probably be through like segments and not matches on Saturday night. I think if we have a show to get like these, I don't think we should book anyone higher than mid-carder on an episode of Saturday night. I think this should be to get these people over. Like, now that we have the Hardy Boys and we have Edge and Christian and Vampiro, we should be trying to get them over on this show. So, our first segment, I think we should put the Hardy Boys in their debut. I
feel like I feel you should put them over Public Enemy.
That's a little crazy.
The match kind of sounds crazy, and it'll get their pop up a little bit.
I mean, I don't care about the Public Enemy that much, so yeah, let's do it.
In this, I feel like in this world, this universe, instead of the Dudleys versus the Hardys versus Edge and Christian, it's the Hardys versus the fucking
Versus
Public
Public
Enemy
Enemy.
versus Edge and Christian.
That's a messed up universe to live in. All right. Jeff gets the pin on Rocco Rock. Okay. So our first our first bump in the road here.
Yeah, fuck the Public Enemy.
Public Enemy refuses to lose this match, but I don't really care if they walk. So,
They're not gonna walk. They need the paycheck. Fuck them.
well, they might just go back to WCW, but Jeff Hardy clean, and then they celebrate. And the purpose is, of course, to put the Hardy Boys over. Or debut the Hardy Boys, or put them over.
I do put the Hardy Boys over for this one.
All right. So the Hardy Boys beat the Public Enemy. Public Enemy is like pretty high on the roster, I think. They're mid card, or lower mid card. Lower mid card. Okay, yeah, they can lose. They can suck my dick. All right. So then we got trying to get people over. Cruiserweight match. Definitely need a cruiserweight match on this show. I think after the opening match, though, we should do an angle to get like a feud going. Oh, we don't have writers. Haha. All right. Gotta go back and hire writers. We need staff. Other staff. All right. Search criteria. Yeah, I don't think we have medical or writers or anything. So get the best for medical. That's going to be Arthur Cox. Signed. Sign the APA if Public Enemy keeps playing games. They don't know about that. We need to sign a trainer. Mikey Monroe. That's the best one. That's the perks of being WCW. You can just pick the best one. You don't have to think about anything else. Writers. What do we need? Like three? 3 writers?
Make sure to get someone with high talent.
Yeah, 100 for Eddie Chandler. Signed. I thought this said Brendan Fraser. I thought the Mummy was coming. What does it mean if it says Booker yes?
They can book a different company.
Oh.
Like they can get hired to book a different company. But that's not if you hire them with a contract, then they're not gonna leave you, obviously.
Alright. 2 female writers in the 90s. They got the highest overalls. That's what we're doing. Production? I don't think we have anybody in production. I think we just had announcers and refs. So whoever has the highest in production. I think an 81 is the highest we got here. Yeah, Davey Flanders. That's a great name. Alright, signed. Alright, we should be ready to do this show now. We're about to piss the Public Enemy off for the second time. EB Hags 94, what's up? How are you doing? We're booking our first show, and it's an episode of Saturday Night. It actually feels kind of good to piss the Public Enemy off like that. I don't know why. Oh. The auto book thing. Yeah, I forgot about that. I never use auto book ever. I don't know why. Even for like shows I don't care about. Okay. Now we're gonna get a feud over in an angle. Not enough writers. Yeah, I do. Do I need more than 3 writers? going on? How many writers do you need to do angles? Just told me I don't have enough writers.
Might need to have 5.
Just keep hiring writers. A minimum of what, 75 talent? 3?
I'd do like 80 probably.
There's only one more with an 80.
Oh, word, damn.
Okay. Bill Watts? No, because he can book. Actually, I'm not using Autobook anyway, so we don't do Bill Watts. All right. For the 3rd time. Actually, let me check if I can do an angle before I get into booking this show. What the fuck? How many writers could I possibly need?
Maybe it doesn't.
It doesn't go until the next day?
Yeah.
All right, I guess Saturday night will be just matches.
You might be able to do promos.
Should be able to do interview, yeah. But it'll basically be just matches. So once again, not Medusa, Matt Hardy. Get through this aggressively fast. Fuck you, Public Enemy. All right. So now we're going to do an interview to push a feud. But Russo's always been here in spirit. Who should the interview be with? Should we play an NWO promo? Like one of their black and white, like with the weird camera angles and stuff, the cut up promos. Either that or do Jeff Jarrett with Deborah. Actually, no, we don't want Deborah doing the talking. We want Jeff doing the talking, so it would be single worker. Talking about Rowdy Roddy Piper. That could be the turn, but we don't want that. We want continue the feud or verbal attack. Does verbal attack make the feud heat go up? Anybody know?
I believe so.
I think so. All right, we'll do verbal attack. Double J is just gonna talk his shit for a little bit. Let's get a good cruiserweight match in. I think we can do. Low Key is doing an appearance at that Mania Week pool party bar that Brooke Hogan is the top billed name for. I did not see that, but that's incredible. I cannot imagine that man having fun. I mean, if I were booking WCW Saturday night, which I am, I would put Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Juventud on, because why not? Like, if I could book Rey versus Juventud, I'm just gonna do that, you know? And Rey's gonna win. Do a little handshake after the match. Put on a good match. All right, that should be a banger. All right. Good Lord, Chance Page. Anyway. Okay, so I feel like since The main event of this show should be Harlem Heat going over 2 people from the NWO, since they're feuding with Nash and Hall. I feel like that's a good Saturday night main event. So like Michael Wall Street and Big Bubba, probably.
You could possibly feed someone to Jared in the main event too, just to start his push.
Maybe. I could do that on Nitro though.
That is true. Yeah.
Jarrett's a little more established than Harlem Heat, I feel like, and they're going for the belts. Jarrett's just in a regular singles match.
Oh, are they at this point? Damn, I didn't know. That's crazy.
Mid-carders, I've had all faces win so far, and faces are going to win in the main event. So, Dean Malenko is challenging Eddie for the US title, so we could get Dean Malenko a win over somebody. Let's do Alex Wright. Alex Wright losing to Dean Malenko. That's Saturday night material. I don't know why I'm stumbling over that. Alright. We're not doing like major angles or anything on this show. Or actually, we can't do angles right now at all, so. Do a little Harlem Heat promo. This episode will be pretty much dedicated to getting Harlem Heat over. Or more over, I should say. Oh, tag team with manager, because I need Sherry to do some talking. All right. So we got to get... We really only have to do 2 more segments to fill out this show. So if we look at who we have available... I think Regal's the TV champion. He could defend the title on Saturday night. And get a win over Glacier, probably. Do a quick little match. He'll win by cheating because he's Regal. And then probably beat him up after the match. Apparently that's not an option. Alright, there will be no aftermath of that. And then let's put Regal over. Alright, and then the main event. Harlem Heat. Alright. So we're going to start this show. Get through it relatively quickly. I feel like there's not, like, Saturday night, the rating, I'm not expecting it to be super high, so whatever. Hardy Boys versus Public Enemy, match quality was okay. Crowd reaction, not great. Overall rating, 56%. That's fine. 76% for the Jarrett interview. I would have thought Jarrett talking would get a little higher than that, but you know, he's early in his career. Rey Mysterio versus Hoovy. Overall rating 60%. The crowd wasn't into it like that, but Rey and Hoovy were going crazy in the ring, so I'll take that. Disco Inferno or Dean Malenko and Alex Wright. Not bad. Harlem Heat, really? Only a 57 for a Sherry promo? Glacier and Regal was trash. And then Harlem Heat against NWO was not bad. Alright, 61% for that. Whatever, it's not Nitro. Okay. Alex Wright thinks he should be higher up the card. Glacier and Lord Steven Regal didn't click. Well, like, no shit. Stevie Ray complained that Big Bubba was working too stiff. Hulk Hogan wants to work with the Giant, but I have him booked in the feud with Luger. That might be a problem. Yeah, we we saw that last night that he changed his Twitter handle to ROH Dutch. That's a great bit. I love Bill Carr. Saturday night got a 187 rating. Attendance level is the attendance was 6,507 people. We made like $260,000 in ticket sales. And we beat the bricks off Shotgun Saturday night. That's all I'm saying. We destroyed Shotgun in the ratings. So, take that for what you will. And they signed Brian Beckham. Okay, I gotta see if I can do angles yet. No. Like, how many writers could I possibly need? Not that many writers even available. Guess I got Bill Watts now. Dennis Brent. Okay, can I book an angle yet? I have like 8 writers on staff. Okay, I can do angles now. However, we're on the main event, so it's probably not going to be angle heavy necessarily. These are our feuds. Yeah, Piper and Jarrett went up a little bit, so. Alright, this show is even like less important than Saturday night, so we're gonna roll through this kind of quick. Try to get to an episode of Nitro. I also think I kind of forgot to set something. So it had Edge as a face and Christian as a heel. I think we gotta turn Edge heel. Get him ready. Vampiro as a heel. Yeah, the Brood's gonna start as heels for sure. Sorry, y'all. I'm just checking something real quick. Alright. Alright, we're gonna book this show pretty quick. I don't think we're debuting Edge and Christian yet, but we'll debut Vampiro for sure. You can get a W on one of the cruiserweights or something. Scotty Riggs. Riggs will lose to Vampiro. Scotty Riggs isn't cool yet. He doesn't have the eye patch yet. That's how we're gonna debut Vampiro. Beats up Scotty Riggs after the match. Who else can we throw out here? We can do an angle now, finally. Video angle. Play a little video package for a feud. We can hype up Eddie and Dean Malenko. Get that moving. Oh, let's put the Faces of Fear over somebody. Mang and the Barbarian. Who are they gonna kill? This is really what they do, so. I think High Voltage. Kenny Chaos and Robbie Rage. Gonna get worked by the Faces of Fear. All right. Got that in there. I don't think Jericho's above having a match on the main event. You can beat Bagwell. His buff's not really like a big deal yet. Buff Bagwell says, if I'm gonna lose, I want to do something after the match to get my heat back. How much do we care about Buff Bagwell? I actually think he's gonna win this one. I'm not. It's a match on the main event. I don't have my heart in it enough to like give a shit if Buff Bagwell doesn't want to lose. There's a million other people I can have Jericho beat. Beat Mike Enos, who is actually good. If there's like one like WCW like frequent jobber that's legit good, it's Mike Enos. All right, we got Jericho over. Give somebody an interview. Do a little NWO interview, self-promotion. Then we'll get in cruiserweight match. Ultimo Dragon against La Parka. Ultimo's the champion, so he wins. Actually, Laparca would never shake his hand. Alright, Ultimo Dragon wins, and then we're gonna get our main event. I don't know what we want to do with this one. You can't go wrong with the main event that's just like Scott Norton beating somebody up. All right, we're gonna do big meaty men slapping meat for our main event. You already know what time it is. It's Mongo time. Mongo versus Scott Norton. Mongo wins. Scott Norton doesn't care. He's a good guy. All right. It's Mongo Hive over here. All right, we're gonna start this show. I'm gonna zoom through these ratings, which are not gonna be good. The NWO shit was good. NWO promo carried the whole show. All right, for the male. Apparently WWF Superstars did a good rating. The main event, not so much. TBS is not like our ratings. Ultimo Dragon wants to move up the card. So does Vampiro. Vampiro just got here. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. Macho Man wants to work with Kevin Nash. Does it count if I put them in a stable pretty soon? I don't care if the main event gets canceled. That does not hurt my feelings. Alright, weekly report on our battle with WWF. We have superior star power on our roster, which is hurting their image. They have better workers than us, and so fans are turning to them. The fans see us as being the more professional promotion thanks to our higher production values. Okay, I can work with that. We can get our work rate up. Just gonna take a little work. It's a process. Alright, we're on Nitro. Which means that these feuds are really going to come into play here. Just checking something real quick. Alright. Nitro time. So now, chat. Now we're into the important parts. Let me try and organize this roster a little bit. It's a little disjointed. Vampiro said he was over enough to move up. Yeah, he is. And Ultimo Dragon wanted to move up. Oh yeah. Ultimo can move up twice. Alright. First episode of Monday Nitro. The feuds we have to get worked into this show: Hulk Hogan and Lex Luger, Harlem Heat and The Outsiders, Rowdy Roddy Piper and Jeff Jarrett, and then Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko. I think we, in WCW fashion, we gotta open this show with a match. It's either a match or an NWO promo. That's how Nitro starts. Especially in 97. Chat, I just sent out a tweet from the Tiger Driver account. Y'all want to retweet that? Told everyone we're booking our first Nitro. Leo Kai, no, you always got me. I just dropped the link to the tweet into the chat. All right, Nitro time. So we either open with a match or we open with an NWO promo. So how are we feeling? NWO gonna talk, or are we gonna wrestle? Godzilla. Henry, Godzilla. Listen. King Kong is just a big gorilla. They gave Godzilla superpowers. Godzilla has like fucking laser beams in his eyes. Like, it's just not a fair it's not a fair fight. If you like, hypothetically, if you got a bear up to the same size as King Kong, he might fuck King Kong up. If you got a bear up to the same size as Godzilla, you're just gonna have to clean up a big dead bear. Like, that's really, I don't think it's close. I think Godzilla dominates King Kong. I think either we open Nitro with a DDP match or NWO talking their shit. Now, King Kong with a sword, that's a difference maker right there. Jordan, when you come back, tell me who wins between Stipe and Francis. I forgot UFC was happening tonight. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have streamed. Canyon is world champ, no problem. We'll work our way up to it. All right. Yeah, I think Woodley's gonna get smoked. All right, I think we're gonna start with a DDP match. Get the crowd into it. Sean O'Malley, yeah. I was gonna put money on him to win too. Damn. All right, DDP, someone he can beat, who can't take any. Probably Dave Taylor. That's a good match. DDP and Dave Taylor. DDP just wins. Celebrates. Maybe DDP versus Regal for the TV title soon. Diamond Dallas Page would be a really good TV champion. So keep that in mind. Alright. Start the show with DDP going over. Then we're going to do the Piper and Jeff Jarrett angle. Host gets taunted and cheap shotted. Yeah. So the host is going to be Roddy Piper. Guest is Jeff Jarrett. And there you go. So like Dalt said earlier, it's Piper's Pit. Piper and Jarrett get into it. Jarrett, with the first instance of this happening, smokes Roddy Piper with the guitar. Why does he have a guitar? Where did he get a guitar from? Not important. Just know he's got a guitar. Or he goes on Piper's Pit to announce his new career as a country singer. Hasn't Woodley got smoked his last like 5 or 6 fights? Woodley's on like a pretty bad losing streak. All right. KFC. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. All right, interview time. This is where we'll give NWO their promo. It's always a good rating. Gotta do it. No target, self-promote. Actually, no, there's gonna be target. We're gonna talk cash shit to Lex Luger. Build that feud up. These are the people we have to work with. We gotta get the Horsemen on the show at some point. Gotta do a little work with Harlem Heat. Let's get an Eddie match in here. Get our US champion a little work. We could do Eddie versus Jericho, honestly. That's a Nitro match. They'll fight to a draw when Malenko comes in. Woodley tapped in the first round, or he won by submission. Yeah. Damn. I was gonna parlay O'Malley, and then I was gonna put Woodley to lose, and then I was gonna have Stipe for the main event. So we'll see if that would have cashed and if I should die. Build up the future match. We don't want Eddie and Jericho to be like decisive yet, because we can run that back in the future. All right, we can get the Steiners a win here. They haven't been on any of our shows yet. Steiners can beat Faces of Fear gonna lose on Nitro? Yeah, I don't see why not. But if Meng doesn't want to lose, then he's not losing. I'll tell you that right now. The Barbarian takes the fall. Cover my own ass. Alright, they're cool with it. Get them over. Oh, I'm not doing game stock and NFT shit. It's like a $10 FanDuel bet. I'm not losing like serious money. Six hasn't been on a show yet. Do we want to give Luger the mic and let him reply to the NWO? I don't know if we do. We'll give someone the mic. Not Sting, he's still not talking. Macho Man, yeah. No target for Macho Man. He's gonna put himself over. That's all you really need. Need a little cruiserweight match on this show. I don't know if Conan would be considered a cruiserweight at this point, but he's gonna wrestle. Okay, Conan's not a cruiserweight, but he is gonna wrestle Ultima. And he will lose. Gotta build up Ultimo Dragon, because if you have him in 97 especially, why wouldn't you? So then I think we want to angle. There's definitely people out there that have watched both versions. They are real into that kind of stuff, I guess. I haven't watched either. I don't know if I intend on watching either. I'm bad at watching movies as it is, in a 4-hour one. It's a little crazy. Alright. A little angle with the Horseman hanging out backstage. Money. Get Ric Flair on the show. All of the main eventers will not be able to be... I got a little plan for our main event. It's Nitro, so like 5 matches, that's probably a solid number, but we'll get to 6. How many do I have right now? I got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, our 5th match. I think all our feuds are covered for this week. We're gonna have the Giant go over La Parka, because that's a funny thought to me. It's not a good match, but, you know, it's fucking rad. Alright. It wouldn't be Nitro if we didn't have a Hogan interview where he's just talking cash shit to Lex Luger. Which actually, I'm going to change this, the first NWO interview, to just a self-promotion. And then for the main event, 6-man tag. It's like I'm booking AEW. Meet Lex Luger and Harlem Heat. Against let's see if they accept this. They have creative control, but they're willing to put Lex Luger over. All right, that's the main event. Luger racks 6, sends the crowd home happy. All right, chat, we good with this show? DDP over Dave Taylor. Piper's Pit with Jeff Jarrett. NWO interview. Guerrero and Jericho, no decision or no contest. Steiner Bros over the Faces of Fear. Randy Savage interview. Ultimo Dragon over Conan. The Horseman hanging out. The Giant over La Parka. Hogan interview. And then Luger and Harlem Heat beating the Outsiders in 6. So if we're good with this, all right. To be honest, this is a Nitro ass episode of Nitro. This is extremely WCW. WCW. All right, we're gonna get into it. Okay. DDP and Dave Taylor is not received the best, but whatever. Roddy Piper and Jarrett segment, which of course in our head is different than this write-up, so we're ignoring that. NWO promo. Alright, Jericho and Eddie had a banger. Only got a 75 overall rating. Steiners and Faces of Fear, not bad. Macho Man promo. The promos are always gonna be the highest rated part, because we have star power more than we have like work rate. Ultimo Dragon against Conan. Horseman highly rated because fucking Horseman. Giant wins, but okay, this was just to put him over. Hogan promo, and then the main event. So this show should have like a 75-ish rating, I think. 76, yeah. That's solid for a first Nitro. I just gotta pepper in like the talking parts because that's what ratings are gonna go crazy for. So let's see what we got in the mail. Ultimo Dragon, happy he's getting pushed. Okay, we got a 584 for Nitro, and they got a 548 for Raw. So we did beat Raw. Not by a lot. But that is a W in week 1. So we're up 1-0 early. I like how the roster looks. It's a pretty good show. I mean, we got some stuff to work with. Room for improvement. We got to build up some people. We got to get rid of some people. But, you know, we're getting there. We go to the next day. Nothing changed. Still no changes. Nothing new. Alright. So we're up to the next episode of Saturday Night. We don't even have Thunder yet. We'll work on getting to that eventually. Alright. Yeah, we're putting Raw in the dirt. We got the advantage right now. See what's going on in Japan. Did not mean to click away. Okay, do a meeting. We should assign a head trainer to the power plant. And we need more road agents. Okay. Can't let WCW go off the road. Okay. We can't let WCW go off the tracks like it did in real life. So hire a couple road agents. Probably 3 of them. Writing staff has some issues. A lot of gimmicks that aren't working. But it's Public Enemy and the Nasty Boys. I don't care about them. I'm not pushing Horace Hogan. John Tenta, sure. Need a team of at least 3 members for the medical staff. Okay. All right, we got the medical staff taken care of. All right, so it looks like what we need next is a head trainer for the power plant. Mikey Monroe could be the head trainer. Any names I actually recognize? No. Alright, so he'll be the trainer. We don't need to open a development territory. Alright. Saturday night, episode 2. We are in here. I think this is a decent time to debut Edge and Christian. Actually, no, too early. Too early. We're gonna do a match. It's gonna be one-on-one. We're gonna go Vampiro again. His second appearance. He's gonna put Super Callow in the dirt. I'm gonna do a hype video for Sting, since in my canon he still is not talking. So just a little video about Sting. Right here, we'll put a little tag match. A little cruiserweight tag. Ray and Hoovy against Psychosis and La Parka. All due respect to Psychosis and La Parka, but Ray and Hoovy gotta win this. I don't know about this roster, chat. Doing Saturday night and main events a little, it's gonna get repetitive until we build this up. Still working on building Jeff Jarrett. He should probably win a match on this show. The people that were like really focusing on bringing up the card, they should be all over this show. We'll get 6 a win since he got worked in the main event of Nitro. He'll beat up on Billy Kidman. We'll do a little feud angle. Hype Harlem Heat. And then in our main event, JEFF, JARR, ETT. Gonna beat someone who's like important enough for it to matter that Jarrett's gonna beat him. The problem is we have like 98 people under contract and only like 20 of them are important at all. Alright, Disco Inferno sucks, so you can lose to Jeff Jarrett. Alright, let's get this show out of the way. Okay, DDP promos are good. That's good. Damn. Billy Kidman and 6 went fucking... they went crazy on Saturday night. 100% match quality? Hall and Nash lost overness. Okay. 70% of that show was not bad. Yeah, 5-star match on WCW Dark Elevation. 6 and Billy Kidman. Alright, Double A wants to work with Scott Hall. That can probably be arranged. We got a 2.17 for Saturday night. And WWF got a 0.01 for Shotgun. Nitro and Raw are close, but our Saturday show crushes there. And their Sunday show crushes ours. Alright, so Hall and Nash lost a little overness for that promo. They should still be like up near the 90s. Yeah. Nash has a 90. He can move up to the main event, but that'll just make this feud look worse, so I'm going to hold off on that. All the feuds, Heat, is going up, which is good. Piper and Jarrett especially. Yeah, Piper and Jarrett's doing good. This is the show that I don't care if it gets canceled, so we're just gonna get some people over. That's all we're doing here. High Voltage can eat the Hardy Boys. All right. Little loss for High Voltage. All right, Canyon's debut. Sorry, but no Mortis. We're going straight to Chris Canyon. We can get an interview in. Do Piper, his interviews are probably high ratings. Stipe got cracked by Francis and didn't go down. That's pretty impressive. Let's get Scott Norton a W. Let's do WCW Japan. See if they complain again. Nope. Norton and Chono over Public Enemy. Is Stipe winning though? Or is he getting smacked? Hype up the Luger and Hogan feud. Trying to think of what's a good main event. Oh, just one round. Has Francis been to the 5th before? Oh, other than that super boring Stipe fight where he couldn't do anything. Has Francis been to like championship rounds other than that? Do we know if he has like punching power past the first few rounds? A lot of heels have been winning on this show. We'll get a couple baby faces some wins and then pack it up and get on to Nitro. Still building Ray. He can wrestle on like every show. He'll have a singles with Psychosis. Damn it. And then for the main event, we'll do Jericho and Dave Taylor. Dave Taylor's there to lose and put people over, really. Alright. Get this show out of the way. Man, the crowd is not into these Hardy Boys matches, I'll tell you what. Canyon getting over. Okay. What's Piper losing overness? Public Enemy's not putting much effort in. Alright, they're getting fired then. Okay, I think they lose overness from being on shows that aren't, like, that don't do good ratings. So we'll see. Francis clock Stipe? Damn, I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see. Norton and Chono work together as a team? Well, good, because I'm keeping it. Flair wants to work with Six. Hogan wants to work with the Giant. Luger wants to work with Kevin Nash. We got pounded by Superstars again. We did make more money off it, though. Hold up, y'all. If Francis just won... So I would have lost my bet. So that makes me feel better for not betting it. I need to see the Francis gif, I'm sorry. Gotta find it. I'm glad Francis got him this time. Oh, here's the video. Yo. Yo, the first one that rocked him was a jab. It was basically a jab. The first one. But that, the one that put him to sleep, oh my goodness. Oh my god. Yo, I'm glad heavyweight has an ace again, because it was about time for Stipe to pack it up. Stipe rules, but, you know, get someone new in there. Now we got Francis. Alright. Second episode of Nitro. I think we're gonna have a title match this week. Good lord. I don't think there's anything I want to do less than get punched by Francis Ngannou. Like, can you even imagine? That would be like... My lights would be out so quick. It's horrible. Alright. Open with the title match. I think there's going to be a title change. How do we feel about DDP winning the TV title? Because he's not... The main event's too clogged right now for me to move DDP up. But I feel like a good run with the TV title is a solid direction for him. I don't know how we feel about that though. All right. So we'll open Nitro with that. DDP will open again, get the crowd hot. Three Walter chops or one punch from Ngannou? Walter chops. Because at least in the chest, you're not going to go out cold. You might cry, but that's less embarrassing than being asleep, you know? You're awake to defend yourself. Single Ngannou punch, I'm sleep. I am snoozing. We'll do DDP. All right, DDP wins the belt in the opener. Arn wants to work with Kevin Nash. Hogan wants to work with the Giant. Ric Flair wants to work with Six. Yeah. A punch from Francis is just... I think I would disintegrate into thin air. Probably before he even connected. Just when the wind from his fist hit my face, I'd be... out. Alright. So we follow up DDP winning the title. Should be a good match. We're gonna give Harlem Heat the mic here. Last time we did it with Sherry, and it didn't rate that high, so... That'd be that high level CTE if I got cracked like that. Run another Sting video. Because we're not going to use him this month for like matches and stuff, but we got to remind him that he's there. Alright, since Malenko interfered last week, we'll run back. We'll do Jericho versus Malenko. Malenko wins by cheating. And then Eddie comes out to like stop Jericho from getting fucked up. And we gotta get these main eventers in here. Hogan wants to work with the Giant. Not this week. I think we can do, for the main event, we can do Arn and Ric Flair against Paul and Nash, because Arn was saying he wants to work with Kevin Nash. This week right here, we'll have Piper get one up on Jarrett. Yes, sir, Abdullah. I watched Stipe get starched I saw the video on Twitter. Crazy. Stipe got his lights knocked out. That boy got sent to the Shadow Realm. Francis is a monster. I don't know who's gonna beat him. Alright, we need Piper to get one up on Jarrett this week. This random lo-fi beat sounds like a J. Cole beat. I'm trying to remember the J. Cole song. I think it's January 28th. Daniel Cormier, okay. John Jones has become a dickhead. And that I was like the biggest John Jones fan. He cannot fight Francis right now. He will get his head taken off. I promise you. John's last 2 fights have been... He's looking shaky. But DC needs to shut up too. You can't beat him. You gotta be quiet. Sorry. All right. Piper would call out Jeff Jarrett. We can go without Steiners for this week. Do another Macho Man promo. Doesn't get old. You can have Ultimo defend the Cruiserweight title against Alex Wright and win. We're just gonna keep putting Ultimo Dragon over while we build up like Ray and Hoovy to eventually challenge him. Ultimo's a lot higher than those guys. I think most of our feuds are addressed. We're gonna do Arn and Nate against Paul and Nash in the main event. We need to do some Luger and Hogan stuff. I don't want Luger to get the mic. Hogan's promo was like a huge rating last week. We'll do a little angle. Luger calls out Hogan. That can set up Hogan against the Giant for next week. There's no one else that we really need to get on the show for this week. I'm not doing anything with Jim Duggan. Yeah, Leo Kai. Stipe got slapped. That man was on a different planet after that punch. All right, 6 out of 5-star match on an episode of Saturday Night. So we're gonna put him in there with another person that he can have a really good match with. And then because 6 has creative control, he's gonna win. All right. What are we thinking here? Probably do like a little interview for somebody. Ric Flair. Yeah. Ric Flair. That's a no-brainer. Flair should get the mic. Or really the Horseman should get the mic. Horsemen put themselves over, and then in our main event, we do another tag match. With interference from 6, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall win. Mongo comes out. And the save fails. NWO beats him up. You know, get the outsiders over. All right, here's what we got. We good with this for episode number 2 of Nitro? Chat. I'm just waiting for the confirmation. Or I can just go along with it. I mean, you didn't stop me while I was booking it. Are we good with this episode of Nitro? It's pretty NWO dominant, but that's Nitro for you. All right, let's get it. All right, DDP is the new champion. Wins the TV title from Regal. That's pretty solid for an opener. Damn. Apparently Stevie Ray is holding Booker T is holding the Harlem Heat promos down, which I disagree with. Sting video gets a good rating. Malenko and Jericho kind of went crazy. I don't care if Piper loses overness because I'm not using him after this month, so we can keep that moving. Macho Man promo every time. Okay. Hogan lost overness? I don't understand. Yo, 6 is like a top tier wrestler. He had 5 stars with Kidman and now this on Nitro? Okay, apparently Horseman promos are big money. And then good main event. I think there's a couple segments weighing this down. We should still be around like 75 to 80%. 78, yeah. That's pretty good. I think. Damn, I streamed so long that this beat tape ended. Alright, we're back at it. 78%. Oh no. We'll get to that after we check the mail. Oh no. Alright. Okay. Nitro got a 585. So a 585, that's pretty good. And Raw got 543. So we're still beating Raw. I think our rating went up a little bit. Let me check. Oh, it won't show me. I'd have to go to the mail. Okay. I'm praying that this incident isn't anything devastating. But it's WCW 1997, so I can only assume the worst. Ace Darling? Fire him. That was easy. I was expecting it to be someone I cared about. Alright. Unfortunately, it sounds like the vampire gimmick for Vampiro not working. But is there something similar enough to it that it can still be the Brood? Because, like, Vampiro wasn't really a vampire. His name was just Vampiro. Cult leader? Demon? That's close. Occult? It's not that far off. I need a new chair. We'll do Vampiro as a cult leader. Because I said the vampire thing wasn't working, and he goes down in overness every time. Well, I'm sorry, Vampiro, but they didn't like your other gimmick. Vampiro, I'm sorry. Alright, he doesn't want to change, so. He's still a vampire. Alright, chat, we're back on Saturday night. My favorite part of the week, these two shows that don't move the needle at all. Well, Saturday night is a little more important, but... Damn, they said Stipe did the... did the Shinsuke taunt? Alright. So we got a new TV champion, DDP. It said Canyon gained overness when he won last week, so let's Let's give Canyon another beatable opponent. You can beat up one of the Armstrongs. It's not a good match, but I'm not bringing them back when their contract's up, so. Really? I've actually never played TEW. Canyon. TW's like EWR, but like more in depth. Like you have to actually like time out your shows and stuff. We're gonna get Regal a win back. Alright, put Regal over. I think the Steiners are too good for this show. Let's get some promo time for guys that don't usually get it. Get Mongo a little shine. Can't have too much Mongo. And we got 2 more segments to fill. I think I know what the main event's gonna be. see how this show goes over. All right, Scott Norton sucks. So, Booty Man sucks. Yeah, all these dudes are gonna get fired or not renewed. Jericho promo worked. Rest of it, not so much. Okay, 64. Fine. We're still beating the brakes off of. We just wrestled Scott Hall. Yeah, all right. So we need to make. We gotta make Chono and. Need to make Chono and Scott Norton a real tag team. For now, they're just going to be NWO Japan, but that can be changed at any time. What would Scott Norton and Masahiro Chono use as a tag finisher? I have to think about that. We'll have to come up with that as we go. But I like that as a tag team. Where are they on the card? They're not doing the Meltzer driver. Eventually, Norton and Chono versus the Steiner Bros is gonna go crazy. That's a tough match. All right. Ray gets another win. Gonna build Ray up. Who did you pick? I hope you picked Dennis Rodman. I know that's who I would take. Parties are going to be Devin Storm and CW Anderson are going to lose to the Hardys. I'm just using these shows to get the people over that need to get over. Like, I'm going to do a Jeff Jarrett promo, but it's not even going to be about the Piper thing. Just going to put himself over. Get his promo ratings up. think Conan will win. I don't think he's won yet. Conan can beat PCO. We got 2 spots left. There's a lot of people on here that I don't want to lose. I'm glad you chose Rodman, Leo Kai. I feel like you made the right decision there. I got an idea for the main event. Give 6 the mic, see how he does. All right. Eddie and Hoovy ends with a handshake. Just have a good match. That match should go crazy. So, all right, Rey Mysterio and Chavo match went crazy. Apparently, I gotta stop putting Hogan on this show. Match quality was good. Devin Storm can wrestle, man. Jarrett, Conan. Why was that match going crazy? Apparently 6 is too good for this show too. Eddie Guerrero has a weak gimmick. I don't like that. All right, let's see. All right. Rey Mysterio thinks he should be higher up the card. It's fine. Eddie Guerrero and Hoovy work pretty well together. Yeah. Hogan wants to wrestle the Giant. It's happening. Arn wants to wrestle Scott Hall. Just did. Damn, they had the Royal Rumble. They got a 095. And they made a lot of money on ticket sales. Okay. Is there a way I can see what happened on Royal Rumble? I don't think I can. I like that it says, yeah, that Linda's the owner. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to view what they did at the Royal Rumble, which is fine. All right, so the first pay-per-view is this Saturday. So we have one more week to build to the pay-per-view. Our feuds all have pretty decent heat. So yeah, we should be in good shape for the pay-per-view. They got a 095 for the Rumble, so we just have to beat that. Shouldn't be that hard. Alright, this episode is full like pay-per-view build mode, so we're gonna do that. We're going to open with an angle for Hogan and Luger. Luger's going to knock down Hogan with the belt and pose with it to start the show. Then we're going to get a TV title defense. With DDP wrestling against Sullivan, who I don't think Sullivan has creative control here, which is crazy. All right, get DDP over a little more. Got to do something with Harlem Heat. We're doing Hogan and the Giant in the main event. We got to work these two feuds into the show. Lot to do here. I think after we do the pay-per-view, that's where we'll stop the stream for tonight. Because it's the pay-per-view after this episode of Nitro. All right. I'm going to do the pay-per-view tonight. It's just sold out. It's not like one of the big ones, so. And I think other streams are ending right around now. So we might be able to get a couple more people in. And like UFC's over, shit like that, so. Alright. Guaranteed big ratings. Macho Man interview. No target. What's he gonna do? He's so mysterious. Let's get the Steiners in here. Get them a win. I know, we just did. We'll save the Steiners. This is about pay-per-view build. Might be an angle-heavy show, to be honest. I think Malenko and Eddie are gonna try and brawl. Get a nice build up to that title match. I mean, I'll do the pay-per-view tonight if y'all don't mind, if y'all are still gonna be around. Okay. We need something with Jarrett and Piper. Ric Flair needs something on this show. Let's get a match in here. Put the cruiserweights on. Rey Mysterio is going to get a win over Devin Storm's last match got a pretty high rating. So this is about match quality and Rey getting a win so he can wrestle Ultimo on the pay-per-view. I mean, Devin Storm's not like a big name for Nitro, but, you know, a little job match. Gotta find time for a Ric Flair interview. Do a little self promo because we don't have anything for him right now. I think we run Booker T versus 6. Or no, actually. Harlem Heat versus NWO Japan. Booker T is gonna win, but by DQ. When Hall and Nash come out. Keep that feud going. So we got 4 more spots to fill. Hogan's gonna wrestle the Giant. Play a Sting video, of course. When a man's heart is full of deceit. Whatever that kid was talking about. Still need something for Piper and Jarrett. So like I said, probably only 4 or 5 matches on this show. That's alright. It's Nitro, baby. 1v1 angle. Piper and Jarrett gonna trade some insults before their match. Get a little showcase match for someone in here. Don't care about Public Enemy, so they're just gonna take this L. The Steiners. And then main event. Hogan has been requesting to work with the Giant, so that's gonna happen. Gonna end in a draw. And there's a double count out. And then Lex Luger runs in. And they brawl to the back. And that's the big schmozzy go home for the pay-per-view. And got everything addressed. All right, so this is the go home Nitro. Yeah, if we're good with this, we're gonna get it moving. All right, I take silence as a yes, so here we go. All right, 81% for the Hogan and Luger segment. Sullivan, I don't care if he's losing. Randy Savage, Malenko and Guerrero, not a high rating. Damn, Rey Mysterio and Devin Storm, that match probably went crazy. Ric Flair keeps getting more over every time he talks. Harlem Heat versus Norton and Chono. Sting. I believe it. 2004. I could see that. Public Enemy can go. They suck. Alright, the crowd was into Hogan and Giant, so that's fine. 76%. So we're hanging between 75 and 80. Okay. So we have another incident. I'm gonna look at the emails first. Nitro, we had a 582. It went down a little bit. They had a 541. They're staying steady. We're pretty much both staying steady. Giant and Hogan work well together. Okay. So this incident could fuck my pay-per-view. This incident could destroy Sold Out. Hopefully it's another one where it's like some nobody that I've been waiting to fire anyway is causing problems, but let's see. Kimberly blasted our promotion during a radio show interview. Ignore. Joe Gomez never appeared at a big photo shoot we had organized for him. Fire. Make your commitments. Okay. I didn't discipline Kimberly because I don't know if that would make DDP angry, and I'm not trying to do that. No incidents before the pay-per-view, please. No incidents. The incident is several other wrestlers have complained about the recent bad attitude of Sister Sherry. Suck it up. I'm not doing anything to Sherry. Are you kidding me? All right, pay-per-view time. These are our feuds. They all have pretty solid heat. Hogan and Luger just went up. All right. All right, I'm tweeting out the link. This is the last thing. They all have to, just drop it a little retweet. All right, get a couple people in here, and we'll book this pay-per-view. As you can see, the Milker Mafia is in total control here. Wait, I don't have a full commentary team? What do you mean? What does that mean? Ah. Well, the announcer, you want Tony Schiavone. And on caller, you want Bobby Heenan. Easy. Alright, so we're still beating Raw. Royal Rumble did a 095, so we want to beat that with sold out. So you get a dark match for Saturday night. Special. Nah, sold out doesn't need anything special. Alright. So our dark match for main event. Or for Saturday night. Alright, so the team I'm really trying to build up and push is NWO Japan, so Scott Norton, Masahiro Chono. They're gonna beat fucking Public Enemy. They're doing all the jobs. Alright, trying to put them over. Okay. So we got 4 matches for sure. I think we opened the crowd hot with the US title. I think we go Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko for the belt. Eddie retains here. In my opinion. And then Malenko won't shake his hand. And the feud's gonna keep going from here. I think that's a hot start for the crowd. I don't plan on having Ric Flair wrestle. So we should give the Horseman an interview because it's always does a crazy number. A stable promotion for the Horseman. Second match, we can probably do Piper and Jarrett here. Jeff Jarrett wins by cheating. And I know Piper's going to be tight. Of course, Jarrett wins and then bails like a coward. And then that's how that feud ends. Because I don't have that much use for 1997 Roddy Piper except to get Jeff Jarrett over. I don't have shit to do with him. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we got 5 open spots. We know we need Harlem Heat versus the Outsiders. We know we need Hogan versus Luger for the main event. DDP's got the TV title, so he doesn't have to defend that on pay-per-view. He's been on like every episode of Nitro winning matches, so his build's good. I think I'm gonna put a cruiserweight title match here. Ultimo retains for now. But gives Ray the handshake. Eventually Ray will win the belt, but Ultimo is just like too good right now. All right, so we got 4 segments left. 2 matches have to happen for sure. I say we go straight into the next match here for the tag belts. Stevie will take the pin. 6 comes out, helps them win. Classic NWO finish. And then Hall and Nash celebrate. I think we'll end the feud here because I just don't think Harlem Heat were high enough up. Like, Hall and Nash were losing overness every time we did a segment with them. So we'll end that feud there. Right here, we'll do another Sting video on pay-per-view. Gotta get Sting on the show. I could have Hogan talk because that's guaranteed. Like, guaranteed points right there. Yeah, actually, I'm going to switch this up a little bit. All right, Hogan's going to talk about Lex Luger to hype the match that's coming up next. Okay, we're going to get rid of this dark match. We're going to replace it with a match that's going to get, like, decently rated. We're going to do Jericho versus Regal. Jericho wins. No funny business. Just put on a good match. All right, main event. All right, Hogan and Luger. Obviously not like a amazing match. Hogan retains. I'm sorry, Lex Luger. I don't care that much. That's how you turn Randy Savage heel. And that's the main event. So for the dark match, but it's televised because it's on WCW Saturday night, Jericho beats Regal. Then for the pay-per-view, Eddie Guerrero beats Dean Malenko for the US title. The 4 Horsemen get an interview. Jarrett goes over Roddy Piper. Ultimo Dragon beats Rey Mysterio to keep the Cruiserweight title. Hall and Nash retain against Harlem Heat. There's a Sting video. Hogan gets an interview, and then he beats Luger, and Randy Savage turns heel in the main event to join the NWO. If we think this is a solid pay-per-view, and we're trying to beat a 0.95, that's what the Royal Rumble got. So we have to beat an 0.95 buy rate. So if we're good with this, I think everyone that needs to be on the show is on it. Our feuds are represented. If the chat has any feelings on this. All right. Gonna let it fly. Damn. This was the main event to get people to buy the show. Regal and Jericho just pulled a 5-star. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's pre-pay-per-view. I don't think anything on the pay-per-view itself is gonna catch up to that, but we'll see. Alright. Starting the main card. I don't know why it says Eddie has a weak gimmick, but whatever. Alright. Eddie and Malenko for the belt goes out alright. Solid opener. Horseman talking. Does an 89. I guess I should have just done Flair by himself. Piper and Jarrett. Okay. Jarrett gained overness, Piper lost it, so that worked according to plan. And actually the match went over pretty well. Yeah, Jarrett cheated for the win. Hit him with the guitar in my cannon. Wow. Alright, so remember when I said that nothing nothing on the main show would have touched what Jericho and Regal did on the pre-show? 2 for 2 with the 100% matches. The crowd wasn't as into this. I have to build Ray up more, but this was just like get him a little taste on pay-per-view. But yeah, Ultimo Dragon and Rey Mysterio. 100%er. Ultimo Dragon lost overness, probably just because Ray's below him, but whatever. Okay. Alright, so the match doesn't go over that well, but everyone got more over from the feud ending. So. What else do you need, you know? Alright, and then we're getting to the Sting video, which was more over on Nitro than it is on the pay-per-view. And then 90% on the Hogan promo. And let's see how the Macho Man turn goes over. Gained overness. Crowd reaction. Crowd reaction on Hogan versus Luger carried it. I think we're looking at like a 80% pay-per-view here. That's pretty solid for a first go. That should beat the Rumble. That should beat an 095. Especially when the TV match before it gets 100%. Alright, let's see. 80%? 81. Let's get it. The highest rated thing on the show were the 2 interviews, which is always going to happen in WCW. Bro, was that your first time seeing Luger beating Hogan? Yeah. Man, that's a moment right there. People can say what they want about Lex Luger. We can't act like he shouldn't have won the belt that night. That was actually it was Kevin Nash and Scott Hall's idea for him to win the belt because they were just like, he's too over. And Sting was pissed because no one was supposed to beat Hogan until Sting did it, but Luger was too over. They had to do it. And that was in that was at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Shout out to Malice at the Palace. Alright. Not another incident, bro. I'm tired of this. Alright, let's see what we got for the pay-per-view. Alright, they beat... Alright, so we beat the Rumble by a full 0.2. They had an 095, we had a 115. Stevie Ray isn't good enough to be wrestling at Kevin Nash's level. Nash doesn't want to work Stevie Ray anymore, so it's a good thing I ended that feud. Get someone else for Nash and Hall to wrestle. Damn. Shotgun Saturday Night going up against Sold Out did an 0.01. I really don't want to see this incident. Vampiro wasn't even wrestling. How long is he out for? $16. Chance Page, we are shoe to shoe on this one. I was way ahead of you. Well, either way, we got the Brood. Gothic? Okay. Okay, that's the gimmick I want to give, because they said we can't do Vampire. They said Vampire was too edgy. So while Vampiro's out, because they said his gimmick wasn't working, we'll change him to Gothic. And then he'll feud with Gangrel when he gets back. This sucks. Alright. Thank y'all for being here at the stream. I think we made some progress. I think we built a solid foundation for once and for all killing the World Wrestling Federation. So, thank you to the Milker Mafia. We will be back. Probably not tomorrow night. Michigan plays a Sweet 16 game tomorrow, so my heart will not be able to take anymore. Let's see who's streaming. Who can I raid? Anybody? I know NL's streaming, but I feel it would be extremely pointless for me to raid NL. I don't feel like that makes much sense, you know? Hey, that's facts. We're letting it milk all over the WWF. Aha. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, y'all, we're gonna go over to the homie stream. Looks like he's playing WWE 2K19, which is cool. He's a very cool guy, also from Detroit. So yeah, y'all have a good night. Put the milk emojis in his, or the milk emotes in his chat, and I'll see you next time.